Hello, welcome back to Weekly Wildlife Wisdom. As always, I am your host, Zero Yeti. The first animal of the week is the glass frog, which are frogs of the amphibian family Centralinidae, and they are found throughout North, Central, and South America. While the general background coloration of most glass frogs is primarily lime green, the abdominal skin of some members of this family is transparent and translucent. The internal organs, including the heart, the liver, the gastrointestinal tract, are visible through the skin, and hence the common name is given as the glass frog. The unique skin is a camouflage adaptation, blurring its outline and shrinking its shadow, allowing it to blend into the foliage it dwells upon. Glass frogs are arboreal, meaning they live mainly in the trees, and they only really come down during mating season, where they can be found guarding their eggs and tadpoles along streams, creeks, and rivers. Next up is the mustox. It is a shaggy-haired Arctic ruminant of the family Bovidae, but despite their name being mustoxen, they are more closely related to sheep and goats rather than cattle or oxen, with their closest living relatives being the mountain-dwelling takin. Muskox are stocky animals with large heads, short necks, and short, stout legs. They are native to the Arctic tundra of Greenland, Scandinavia, Alaska, and Russia. They are herd animals living in groups of 2 or 3 dozen animals that are often led by a single dominant female. When faced with a threat such as a bear or a wolf pack, they form a tight-knit circle with the powerful adults facing outwards with their horns at the ready, while the younger or weaker members of the herd are protected within the center. The rock ptarmigan is a medium-sized game bird in the grouse family. It is native to colder latitudes throughout North America, Europe, and Asia. In Canada, it is the official bird of the territory Nunavut and the official game bird for the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. It is unique amongst birds in the fact that the rock ptarmigan is seasonally camouflaged. Its feathers molt from white in the winter to brown in the spring or summer, with breeding males having a grayish upper parts with the white in winter to brown in spring and summer. In winter, its plumage becomes completely white except for the black tail. It can be distinguished from the winter willow ptarmigan by habitat. The rock ptarmigan prefers higher elevations with more barren habitat and is also smaller with a more delicate build. The snowy owl is a large white owl and a member of the true owl family. It is sometimes also referred to more frequently as the polar owl or the white owl or the Arctic owl. Snowy owls are native to the Arctic regions of both North America, Europe, and Asia, breeding mostly on the tundra. It has a number of unique adaptations to its habitat and lifestyle which are quite distinct from other existing owls. Most owls sleep during the day and hunt at night, but the snowy owl is active during the day, especially in summertime, for in the Arctic it is day nearly 24 hours at a time. It is both specialized and a generalist hunter, feeding primarily upon small rodents such as lemmings, snowshoe hares, but will also eat other birds, fish, insects, and carrions. Unlike other owls, snowy owls lays a very large clutch of eggs, from around 5 to 11, with the laying and hatching of eggs considerably staggered. Despite the short Arctic summer, the development of the young takes a relatively long time, and independence is sought usually in autumn. Next up is the Saiga antelope, or just normally called the saiga. It is a critically endangered antelope which during antiquity inhabited a vast area of the Eurasian steppe spanning from the foothills of the Carpathian Mountains in the northwest to the Caucasus in the southwest into Mongolia and the northeast and Dunzagara in the southeast. During the Pleistocene, they also occurred in North America and the British Isles. Today it can be found in small pockets throughout Mongolia, Russia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Turkmenistan. It's a lot of stands. It is easily recognizable by its trunk-like nose. During summer migrations, the saiga nose helps filter out dust kicked up by the herd and cools the animal's blood. In winter, it heats up the frigid air before it is taken into its lungs. Saigas form very large herds that graze in semi-deserts, steppes, grasslands, and possibly open woodlands, eating several species of plants, including many that are poisonous to other animals. They can cover long distances and swim across rivers, but avoid steep or rugged areas. Mating season starts in November when the stags fight for acceptance of females. The winter leads a herd of 5 to 50 females. In the springtime, mothers come together en masse to give birth, with the females typically giving birth to a pair of twins. Next up is the Iberian Rib Newt, or the Galipato, also called the Spanish Rib Newt. It is endemic to central and southern Iberian Peninsula and Morocco. It is the largest European newt species, also known for its sharp ribs which can puncture through the sides of its stomach and be used to stab would-be predators. Such is also called the sharp rib newt. It is also unique amongst amphibians for its remarkable ability to regrow flesh and limbs, hence possibly why it's able to use its ribs so often as weapons. It is really only rivaled by the oxalotl in its ability to regenerate. And our extinct animal of the week. Gomphotheres were elephant-like proboscideans, but not belonging to the family Elephantidae, or the mammoths, or the mastodons. They were their own unique group. They can be distinguished by generally having 4 tusks, and were widespread in both the Americas and Eurasia, where they survived in one form or another for over 20 million years. They managed to hold on the longest in South America, with one member, Notito surviving in the Amazon rainforest basin until just 6,000 years ago, where it is still rumored to exist by cryptozoologists along with its once contemporary counterparts, the giant ground sloths and the terror birds. As always, have a wonderful day to my guys, gals, and non-binary pals.